Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a new weapon type, the wooden club, an item which is designed almost completely for knocking out dinosaurs at close range, an alternative to the slingshot and your fists, and possibly even a good solution for if you are out of things like trank arrows, and even keeping already unconscious animals unconscious. Apparently this thing causes almost no damage, but adds a load of torpor, making it actually surprisingly effective. So we're going to be testing this on some animals later, but mostly, in today's episode, we are going to be hunting a few of the skeleton dinosaurs, because I want the outfits, in particular the brontos and the rexes, both of which I've never actually seen before. I have seen one skeletal raptor, but managed to completely lose wherever it was, and I have found one skeletal trike. As many of you could tell, I have tamed a little trike called Burden, who of course is Burden Jr., and I've gave it the costume from before. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be avoiding the Dodo Rex for the time being, although in the next episode we will try and find it, purely because, although we can't possibly tame it, it is basically leading a legion of little zombie dodos, and, well, I just kind of want to see the thing. It's basically untamable in terms of being on single player, unless you get it really stuck and then have so much trank it's ridiculous, so I'm not even going to try that, and it's pretty much unkillable, being able to kill alpha rexes and all sorts of nastiness, so even Angron simply wouldn't have a chance. So that's what's going to happen next time, but for today, we're simply going to be hunting down the new costumes, because I really want them. I would love the raptor costume. Honestly, all of them are great, so we're simply going to have a look-see, and possibly look at something like a Phiomia or a Parasaur for the wooden club, or maybe even a Dodo. Dodos are pretty good as well, I imagine. One thing I will say is, though, I still haven't actually tested out the pumpkin, so maybe we'll do that as well, carving some of the pumpkins. You may be able to tell that this is a bit of a... this is an episode where my plan is a little bit thin. I'm not 100% sure what I really want to do. There's so much to do and so little time, because this recording is the last thing I'm recording before going home for the holidays. Of course, the holidays being Halloween. My parents have requested my presents, and of course I've chosen to accept it. So if I'm a little bit scatterbrained today, that's why. Nope, nothing yet. So I'll be right back, hopefully, after we see the first dinosaur. So they should just be spawning randomly, absolutely nothing special. It'd also be cool if we could find a bat. Now, bats and spiders can be found on the surface during Halloween. I mean, the spiders generally near swamps, and the bats, I have absolutely no idea. So if we do find a bat, I will probably be stopping to try and tame that, because of course that's a peaceful tame, and I do still have bug repellent with me, so that's the other goal as well. So many goals, so much to do. Let's get started. A little bit of an aside and a little bit of a firework display by my flare guns. Completely forgot I'd actually put the skin on them. But this area around here looks really cool. I'm not sure if it's the new lighting effects or the new graphics, or perhaps it was actually changed in the world update. But these little plateaus here look really nice, and they're pretty safe from most predators on the ground. This could be an area I will build in the future. Now, for those who don't know, I've mentioned it a few times in the past, I will be making a second series of ARK as soon as I become, well, complacent with our current station in life. I mean, right now we are pretty much at the end game. We have everything we could possibly want, and everything's pretty easy going. Even if I turn down the harvest settings, nothing's going to hurt me at this stage. It is really as simple as that. So I am tempted to make a Season 2 somewhat soon. When I do that, if I don't do the Nomad mode, which of course is only having dinosaurs and not building a permanent structure anywhere, this seems like a great place to start anew. But right now, we have other things we need to do, like testing out this lovely club on this poor level 20 Parasaur. I'm really sorry. So we're not really looking for how fast it knocks the thing out, we're looking more at how much damage it does to the thing after knocking it out, because of course, these days you really want them to take as little damage as possible so you get the level bonus at the end. Well, at least unlike trank arrows, there's probably no worry about, you know, hitting them and then having to wait. I imagine, like the fist and the slingshot, it's probably just a matter of, as soon as you hit it, the torpor is gained. Oh, wow, that already broke. That was really quick. Although it is essentially just made out of wood, so it's not too much of an issue. Make a new one. And of course, this is like tier 1 stuff. This is down there with the axe and everything. I'll quickly show you in a second where it is on the engrams, but... Come on, Parasaur. Took a while, but yeah, that's not too much health damage. Arrows are definitely better, I mean, much better, but that's not too bad, again, for something which is essentially just made out of wood. Here it is, right at the bottom, it costs 4 engram points, it's slightly more complex than an axe, apparently, but not much more than that. I can't imagine this is really more complex than an axe. Although I guess you would have to fashion it to the shape, but honestly, wouldn't a log just do the same job just to a certain extent? Well, I guess this one's been hardened, hasn't it? You get the idea, though. It's a pretty simple thing and pretty darn cool. Dodo! Actually, the Dodo's a good test because they have such ridiculously low health, but their torpor isn't actually that low. It's like 70-something? And a lot of Dodos have actually the same health to torpor ratio. No, actually, no, it's a lot less than that. It's 48, but again, the health and the torpor is very close. We could time this and take it on our journey, but I don't think we will. We've came here, we've knocked out everything, and now we're carrying on. Okay, hopefully we'll be right back once we see something we can actually get the costume from. I do love that moon, it must be said. I wish the moon was always as vibrant as that in this game. That would be really cool. I can think of only a few more fitting locations than this to find our first skeleton dinosaur, and honestly, I almost missed it. I only came down to actually see if I had left any ammo in my autogun over there. Of course, this is the obelisk where I killed the broodmother, back when the obelisk was a completely different colour, so there we are. Let's see what level this is before we just, well, honestly slaughter it for its parts. It is a level 4. Oh, well, this is going to be really mean. Sadly, these are not tameable naturally, although, of course, all we want is the costume to turn any of our stegos in the future into this rather glorious thing. Now, I think the costume is a permanent addition, so once we have the costume, even after Halloween, it should be okay. Now, that wasn't the best, honestly. Why did I just get the Stegosaurus pop-up? I've definitely tamed the Stegosaurus in this playthrough, so I should have already... I know that if you haven't tamed the animal that the skeleton animal is, for instance, the Rex, I know that if you kill it, you'll get the survivor profile purely because, well, it counts as an untamable entity, so you just go ahead and get that, but I'm fairly certain I already tamed the Stegosaurus before. In fact, I know I did, because it used to be over in the resource zone. Ugh, really? Did you pick up the freaking thing? You picked it up, didn't you? You picked up the costume, now I've swam all the way down here for absolutely no reason. Come on, Pretzel. Work with me here, buddy. Come here, sweetie. Yeah, you go. Did you really just pick that up? I mean, I should really turn off the auto loot if I wanted to be a bit more careful. Yep, there we go. We now have the Stego bone costume. So, the more I read online, the more I realise these things are not that rare. So, hopefully, we'll be able to get all the rest of these pretty darn soon. I'm also keen to see if I get the other survivor profiles. I haven't bugged out, have I, and lost my profiles? No, I already had the... I have everything but this. I don't know what that actually is now I think about it. It wouldn't be the boss, would it? No, because we don't have the broodmother on here, or do we? No, because I know that maybe it's it's the Dodo Rex, I suppose, isn't it? Because no, that does no, because that was unlocked. Wait, does the Dodo Rex actually have a proper survival profile page? I know that there's that one which you could have collected before the release. Then there's all the ones floating around on the internet, but I don't know if it's actually got a true page. It is tameable because they're running that little challenge for the first person to actually make a video of timing it on an official server, but that's interesting. I'll have to Google that later. That's something I will know long after this video has been recorded. So I diverged a little bit and came over to Memorial Plateau to pick up my lovely little Dimorphodon pet, Shade. And what I was greeted with is probably one of the creepiest sights I've seen in ARK, particularly when it was actually still dark out. Just Torch randomly flying in the ground with graves and mist surrounding her. Because why not? That took ages to find the corpse, and no, I didn't get the costume. There's no costume on this corpse. Which means, do the Alpha Raptors not drop the costume, perhaps? Maybe we do have to find the regular version instead, because of course, Alphas are really common, so let's have a quick look. Yay, we leveled! So a quick look-see. Other than a ridiculous amount of prime meat, because while I was looking for the thing I ended up harvesting it, is there any costume here? By the looks of it, no. Now that is really weird. Okay, so it seems like the alphas don't drop the costume and they're just really cool looking regardless, so that's something to note. A bit of a waste of time, but at least we got some experience from it. Now what I'm going to do is quickly restart the game, and hopefully the frame loss won't be here in the next clip. Second alpha dead and no costume. Okay, well I have looked online, and so far from what people are saying, although it is a bit of a jumbled mess at the moment with different opinions and different theories out there, it seems like the Raptors, Rexes and Carnos can only spawn skeleton mode as the alphas. It's just they've got a really small chance of actually dropping the costume, so that's not great, although thankfully alphas are quite common. In fact, they're very common. It seems either on the higher difficulty, or perhaps because I'm on single player and the spawn rate's faster and they're not being killed, obviously, because I'm the only person here, but at least they're common. But this does mean we are going to have to go back to Herbivore Island and go ahead and get Angron, because there's no way I can keep on killing Alpha Raptors, Carnos and Rexes with Pretzel, because Pretzel here is a transport vessel, essentially, and we need a more combat-ready animal. Behold the power of being on a single-player world and thus able to tweak the world's settings at a whim. So essentially what I did before starting to go back to Herbivore Island is increase the amount of dinos able to be spawned from 1 to 3.0, which essentially means we had a load of new spawns, so we should be able to start finding these things a little bit sooner, because I was wandering around for a good 20 minutes since that last clip with absolutely no luck. So we may get a bit of lag here and there, but there we are. We have the skeletal Bronto level 9. Oh, hello, why did you get off my shoulder? Okay, well, let's go ahead and kill this poor majestic beast and hopefully get a costume from it. So, from what I've seen so far, now this is only 2 cases of a trike and a stego, it does seem like these things have a 100% drop rate of their costumes, at least the more passive non-alphas, so here's hoping this is also the case for the Bronto. We are apparently being attacked by the little insects, and it is raining. I'm so sorry, Bronto, but that looks so cool. They've really did well with the skins of the undead, it must be said. Okay, there we go. Let's land. And let's see if it does actually have the outfit. Please have the outfit. And it does, the Bronto bone costume. This costume can be used to make your Bronto look like a skeleton. Spoopy! So now we have the stego and the Bronto. We have the trike back at home. Okay, so let's get back. Get on our our lovely Angron. Let's see if we can find some of the alphas. I did see another Alpha Rex, but it was sorry, not an Alpha Rex. I did see an Alpha Raptor, but it was level something like 68, so I decided better not to try and kill that and hope for the best with a costume. Still not sure whether they even drop the costumes, but we'll find out that soon. You may be asking yourself, Lathrix, why are you currently force-feeding Pretzel all of the food in his inventory? Which of course is a perfectly valid question to ask, and the answer is very simple. Below us is a level 4 Alpha Rex. So right now I'm actually going to give it a shot and let's see if Pretzel has a chance versus a low-level Alpha Rex. If it can beat it, it's probably going to level Pretzel multiple times, which would be absolutely fantastic. And if it looks like it's going to lose, we could of course always try to fly away, or at least that's the plan. But first, I want to ensure that Pretzel has absolute maximum health before we go basically suiciding against one of the scariest things currently available in ARK, other than the Dodo Rex. So, there we are, everything's maxed out. Shade still on my shoulder, and there's the Rex. I think he's stuck on something, at least that's my theory. Is it actually a he? I saw its level, but apparently yes, it is indeed a he. Not that it matters much considering it's a freaking skeleton. So if it is stuck, that's fantastic for us because Pretzel has a ridiculously long-ranged attack. Can we bully this Rex, essentially is what I'm saying. Darn, it's free already. How much health? Okay, it's not too much of a health goal. We'll have to be careful though. We are knocking it back. We shouldn't move forward though. We should let it come to us, and that way we can keep knocking it back and we can do more hits against it than it can do against us. Also, really cool looking, must be said. This also kind of indicates that I should really be careful when messing with the dino spawn number, because the amount of alphas I've seen at the moment is getting a little bit silly. I think I've saw one Rex, sorry, 2 Rexes if you include this one, which I obviously should do, and I've seen about 4 Raptors maybe? Well, this isn't good. Okay, let's get out of there. There we go. I was concentrating so hard then to make sure we'd actually get out of there. If I lost Pretzel to this, I'd be so mad at myself. Okay, let's make sure it can't heal, so let's get all the stone arrows out of his inventory, and let's also get the crossbow. There we are. The sad thing is, there's a massive chance this won't even give us a costume. But yeah, just got the crossbow ready, so if we ever need to, do a bit of damage from range, we can. And actually, by the looks of our stamina, that'll be a good time to do it now. Reload the shots. Should have brought a gun with us. We do have the long neck rifle currently at Herbivore Island. We should have brought that, but for some reason I didn't. It's going to be quite hard to tell if we actually hit this thing. Also, tried to figure out where it was going. Completely failed. There we go, look, a little blood mark. So that's just stopping it from healing. That's all I'm doing. This is not going to do enough damage to actually do anything to the damn thing, but we can just keep it from healing for a while. We do that, and then we force feed Pretzel. Then we do it again. No, don't move! He's in such a good position. Where is it? Over there. Pretzel, your wing's in the way. Good. Hit it again. Okay, Pretzel, time to shine. Let's go in for another attack. This time let's stay far, far higher, though. Ugh. May need to force feed back to full health, though, honestly, because that got so bad as soon as I got stuck. There we go, getting loads of hits on. There we go. See, this is what I want to see. The Rex seems really confused if you're just a little bit too high for it. It could probably hit me from here. The important thing is that I am hitting it. This may take a while. I have a sneaking suspicion. Where's it gone? How on earth do you lose a giant skeleton Rex of death with glowing red eyes? I need your costume. Angron needs to look like this. I'm sorry, but that looks so cool. Oh wait, no, of course, if it does drop the costume, it probably won't drop the glowing red eyes. Well, won't drop the eyes, but I assume the costume isn't something special with the alpha. Come on, buddy. Come here. There we are. We could be friends, but I need your lovely, lovely bones. Do the skeletons have a blood effect? It doesn't seem like it. I mean, I know that Pretzel isn't the strongest thing, but with all the upgrades I gave it to its damage, I think it's doing like a couple of hundred per swing. Nowhere near Angron, of course, which is doing over 1,000 damage per swing, but still. I don't think I even took any damage from that, did I? Let me look at my health. No, but looks to have actually healed from that last fight. Well, it definitely has the blood effect when you actually hit it, but it doesn't seem like it has the blood splatter of taking damage. Now, the question is, do alphas actually heal during combat? I know that the Dodo Rex does, and I know that certain animals do in the wild, but I'm not sure if the alphas do by default. Probably going to skip ahead now until this thing's dead, unless something else interesting or sad happens. On the upside, the Rex is finally dead. On the downside, it took like another 30 minutes, and I ended up giving the killing blow using the crossbow, meaning that Pretzel got no experience. Although I'm not sure, did Shade get an experience from being, you know, on my shoulder? Apparently not. So let's go down, and let's get ready to be disappointed, but let's hope that just maybe this thing just dropped the costume. Oh my lord, it actually dropped the costume, and it even gave us the... Of course it gave us the trophy. Wait, shouldn't the Raptors have got... You know, I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. We've got almost all of the ones we wanted today, so actually, we have been a lot luckier than most people seem to have on the internet. I am not being upset. Let's get back, let's give the Bronto its outfit, and let's give Angron his outfit as well. This is going to look awesome. Also, the Bronto still needs to be renamed. We did give the Bronto a name before the corruption of save files issue that happened a while back, but since we retamed it, we haven't actually renamed it either, so that's a little bit weird. But seriously, well done to Pretzel. You did very well there, sir. I didn't actually even have to force feed it again, since as soon as I realised, oh yeah, all we have to do is stay at a certain height, it was actually really easy. So if you want to kill an Alpha Rex, these things actually aren't too bad at doing so. Honeys, we're home. Okay, so let's give our lovely pets their costumes. We're still missing a few. We're still missing the Raptor and the Carno, I think. I didn't see a single Alpha Carno, which was really upsetting. Saw 2 Rexes, 4 or 5 Raptors. Any Carnos? Nope. But anyway, Angron, you are now skeletal form. Do you have the eyes? Oh, what a shame you don't. But still, undead Angron. That is absolutely freaking terrifying, and I am really happy with that. So there we go. Oh, I'm really, really happy with this. That's so cool. Oh, that is so, so cool. Okay, the Bronto's next, so we'll just hop off Angron for a second. Did I just actually jump back on Angron? That's actually impressive. Hello Tina, how you doing? Well, Tina's looking just fine, no bloodstains, so clearly not taking any damage, and so close now to being an adult. Oh, so many hours. The maturing process for Rexes, in particularly high-level Rexes, is ridiculous. I think it's been about 30 hours? No, I don't want to say 30 hours, but close. Close to that, let's say 20 hours. So, Bronto, arguably though, I will say the Bronto outfit looks the best. So far, from what I've seen, the Bronto outfit does look the best, so there it is, the Bronto, and there we are. It would have been nice if we found another trike as well, to be honest, but oh, that is so cool. Seriously though, ARK, well done for making one of the best Halloween special patches I have seen from any game in a very, very long time. This beats almost all of the games I can think of, seriously. Just that on its own. I really hope these costumes last for more than Halloween. I know that if you get all the costumes and the trophies, you can trade them in at the obelisks for hats, but honestly, I don't really care about the hats for my animals. Why would I care about that when I have giant skeletal Brontosaurus? Seriously. What can top this? Okay, I'm really happy. I'm just going to end up gushing for like half an hour now, just looking at my animals looking really cool. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that ARK is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Now, if the patch is still here by the time I get back from my little trip back to England, I will be hunting down the zombie dodos and trying to get the remaining outfits if I can get as lucky as I have today. I mean, admittedly, I have been playing for almost 3 hours now looking for the costume, so it's not like that was a quick process. But I kind of went into this thinking it was going to take much longer, so I'm happy, and that's the important thing. Bye bye.